It's me, Ijoda, healing with medical medium information for 34 months now. If you want to know what I'm healing from and all of the different diagnoses and illnesses and symptoms, check the description box below. There's videos, there's blog posts, there's all kinds of things detailing my healing story. It's time for What's Up Wednesday, and that is when I come here and make a video about my healing journey, and I talk to you about what's been going on with me. And we're in the RV and we're visiting family, and we leave in a couple days, and it has been really hard for me to find time and space to make a video. It's tricky not being in your daily routine. Some days seem really good and like my recovery time seems great. I made couple videos about that and my recovery time is good, but then, like Anthony Williams says, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, and I end up having days that go something like this.
Here's a very real part of healing. There are days that no matter what your plans are, and what you wanted to do, you end up laying in your bed and crying. Because your body just won't let you. I've only seen my mom once. I've only seen my mom once this whole trip. Because the RV had to be fixed and I just learned that we've been here for 2 weeks, and I thought we'd been here a week. That means we leave on Thursday. We leave in just a few days. A week or whatever. I don't know what day it is. And I've only seen my mom once. I haven't seen my grandmother or my other brother. And it's not like I could do more than I've been doing. And I've tried to go see my mom a couple other times. And it got waylaid and I couldn't. And other people's needs and whatever. Meanwhile, my husband has been going out seeing his parents like every day for 2 weeks. Almost every day. And I'm just heartbroken because I want to be able to see my mom and my grandmother as much as possible. And instead, here I am. This trip is already just taking it out of me, and I don't live the life at the speed of other people, and I can't adhere to schedules, and I'm okay with that when I'm on my healing journey and just doing my thing in a house or even in the RV, but it's not working to try to be on a schedule and on other people's schedules, and I can't do life the way other people do life. Sometimes this RV, just getting into it and all that stuff, and this move is just taking it out of me. This is that 2 steps back, I guess, but 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, and right now I'm just in a very dark place. So it's appropriate that there's no decent lighting where I am right now, because this is really just how I feel. I don't want to post this. I don't know why I'm even taking a video. I don't want to post this because I don't want to deter anyone from their healing path. I don't want you to think it's always like this, because it's not, but right now, you know, along any healing path, there's always these moments, and I'm definitely having one. I just want to see my family. It's hard because my grandmother has cancer and she's 91 and she can't travel. She can't come out to me, and my mom is chronically ill. And she can't come out to me. So I have to go to them, but I can't. And I can't. Not when I want to. I need a lot of rest and recovery time, just like they do. How do you coordinate the schedules of 3 chronically ill people? It just doesn't work. Because even on the healing path, it's like, it's just different from other people. I can't live according to somebody else's schedule. I just can't. I'm supposed to go see my mom today. I don't think I can. Because I'm just laying in bed and crying.
The good news about that day is the next day I was fine. Like the next day I was better again, and I was able to go see my mom and go see my Nana the day after that. So I have had a little bit more time with family. Got to see my mom and my brother, and I got to see my Nana, and I am so, so grateful for that. This visit has been very different to past visits, and I'm really thinking about that, and I'm thinking about our plans, and you know, mine and my husband's parents both are getting older, and not that anybody ever isn't, but getting older in a more significant way, I guess. And my Nana has been diagnosed with lymphoma, and I mean, she's a fighter, and I totally believe in her ability to nip this in the bud and heal. And I'm super grateful that I am the age I am, and I still have a grandmother who is living, because most of my friends do not have that, and I'm really grateful that I have that. And so being around them, I just want to soak up their lives and their stories and their love and their presence, and just be around them more, to the point where a little bit it's making me reconsider our plans to move to Colorado, because I feel like I want to be closer to them. You know, I don't know if I need to be in the same city, but I would like to be closer, like only an hour or 2 away, so that I could be here and be a part of this time in their lives. I don't know why that feels so important to me now. I guess it's funny because, so I'm sitting there with my 91-year-old grandmother, and we're basically comparing notes about symptoms and illnesses and what it's like to go through this transition and lose capacity and stuff like that. And in a way, I guess some people might think, oh my gosh, this 91-year-old woman and we have all of this stuff in common because of my chronic illness, and then be really sad about that. But I was really grateful, because it just gave us this whole new way to relate to each other, because I really fully understood what she's going through, losing capacity like this from her cancer and her cancer treatments. And I felt like it bonded us in a way. And same with my mom, because she also has a chronic degenerative illness that she has definitely lost capacity in certain ways, and she recently had this knee surgery, and I am telling you what, she really fought and persevered and did her exercises every day and got herself strong again so that she could be as independent as she was before the knee surgery in her home. And she just blew me away. And I'm in awe of these 2 women who are my family, whose lineage I'm a part of, who are just, they're going through these difficult struggles in their lives and these big transitions. And I don't know, I just feel such compassion for them and such love for them. And I feel their love for me. And I feel, yeah, I just feel like I want to be of service to them and in whatever way I can. Not that I can do even half of what my brothers are doing for them to help or anything, but like we brought my grandmother, we were able to stop at the grocery store beforehand and bring her a big bag of groceries from Trader Joe's, and she loves organic food, and so I brought her all these fruits and vegetables and organic food that was as clean as possible. She did request some things that I don't eat, but that's her life, not mine, and so I bought her the things she wanted, but I got her like the highest quality. She wanted milk, I got her grass-fed organic milk, and she wanted yogurt, I got her organic yogurt, and she was so grateful and so delighted. And then she said she was having trouble vacuuming her floor. My husband vacuumed her apartment, and she was like, no, don't do that. And it was like, no, we want to. This is a contribution. That's something we can give you, and it makes us feel really good to help, and we want to offer that. And that's a gift that you give us, letting us offer that. And it only took him like 10 minutes. She's a little bitty apartment. So it was like 10 minutes he vacuumed the rooms, and she was so happy and pleased. And he said, because she was talking about how exhausted it made her to try to vacuum and push the vacuum around, and he said, your vacuum is really hard to push. And she said, yeah, it is, right? She's so strong. She's so strong. My able-bodied husband was like, your vacuum's really hard to push. No wonder you're getting so winded trying to push it around. And she said, yeah, it is. It's really hard. So then, maybe we can work with my brothers to get her. She said she would love to have her room, but she was all giddy about that. So I was like, oh, maybe we can work with them to get her that. And anyway, it just was amazing. It was so amazing. And she told us all these stories about coming over, immigrating to America from England, and, being a war bride and all this. And I'm like, I just want to come here and soak this up, I just want to hear these stories, because my brothers have told me too, like, when you go over to Nana's house, just sit quietly, and she's going to tell you stories, and just listen, because it's like the greatest thing ever. So I'm like, okay, I was really looking forward to it, and she did, and I was like, I want more of this time, of this precious time where we just are connected that way. And here we are leaving in a couple of days, and I'm like, this is too soon. And of our visits, now, usually I don't think I've ever quite felt like this before. I always feel like I'd like more time, but I'm always kind of ready to go when it's time to go. And I kind of deliberately scheduled this for 3 weeks, thinking, well, that's usually enough time for us. Because we usually do 2 weeks, and I thought we always want just a couple more days, but not a whole month, because we did a whole month before, and that was too much. So I thought, 3 weeks will be perfect. Only we lost a week to the repair of the exhaust manifold, which I'm totally happy and grateful that we got it repaired, like, don't get me wrong, but kind of messed up the timeline, and then I want more time, but I don't even feel like a week would be enough. I feel like I just want to be involved and with them for this time in their lives. However long it is or whatever, I just feel like I want to be here still. Like, I'll tell you a little secret right now. I don't even want to go to Colorado. Like, I just want to stay. And I don't even want to, not even just for like a month. I don't even want to go for the time that we have booked there at the RV park that we've already reserved. I just want to be here. And the weird thing about that, the real weird thing about that, if you ever knew me, I do not like this town where they live. I have always had a hate relationship with it. My first son died here, and ever since then, it's just been very painful for me to be here. and it's been a really big struggle. But something seems to have shifted, and my hatred for this area has softened. And it's not that I'm all like, yay, the Midwest or anything, but I'm like, I think I could tolerate being here if it meant that I would have, more time with my family. So, and then I was even sort of finding benefits, like it's so much cheaper to live here. And where we are, it's a pretty major city, so there's lots of jobs. There happen to be a lot of companies here that you wouldn't want to work for, but there are definitely jobs my husband could get. Anyway, there's an area a couple hours away from here that we kind of are looking at a little bit as a possibility, kind of throwing it into the mix, and it's a college town. There's less jobs there. It's a lot quieter, and we also think about like our son in the future and what would he have to do, but he's also really been enjoying seeing our family. And none of us are thrilled about the weather here because it's Midwest weather. I don't know, but we've all really been enjoying this time with our family. And even right now, my son and my husband are saying goodbye to my husband's parents. Yeah, we're all just kind of feeling like we could do with more of this. And then we talked about like, well, what if we just kind of tried it out like we did when we were in Wisconsin? What if we just tried it out for like a year or whatever, however long, to see how it works out for us? Of course, that means renting versus buying, and the houses we can buy are for the same amount we'd pay for rent. We could buy a house and have the mortgage be even less a little bit, and it'd be nicer. Because the places that are for rent, I looked today and I was like, oh, I like the houses that are for sale better. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud, really. I'm just thinking out loud, but I guess the significance of this to my healing journey, again, so it doesn't just go into blog land where I'm just nattering on about me, is that, so again, for the clip earlier, it did get hit pretty hard, but I have again bounced back. And then I was able to go like 2 days in a row. Like first day I went and saw my mom and my brother, and then the next day I went and saw my Nana, and we went to the grocery store beforehand, and it was hot that day too. It was 85 degrees Fahrenheit and so humid because it's the Midwest, and I don't love humidity even a little. I just don't like it. But we did it. We did it. It was hard for my son because he is very sensitive to heat, but we did it. And as a part of my healing, I think I have healed some old emotional wounds that, I was talking about. I don't know that they're fully healed, but seems like they're healed enough that I can look at this area without total disdain and hatred. It's always been so hard for me to come here because I love my family so much and I want to see them, but I cannot stand this area, and it just makes me heartsick to be here, and it feels like it kills my soul. But it didn't feel like that this time. I mean, I wouldn't want to try to live in the place where the RV park is. It's too close to airports and giant cell towers and like just industrial bleh. But there are some parts of it, I don't know. I have a lot of emotions that I'm trying to process about this, and I don't even know where my head is at right now because I was in this one place and then I kind of shifted a bit, and then sort of like anytime I start looking at logistics, I get a little bit less enthusiastic about literally any choice I choose or anything I put my attention to, and anything I think, oh, that might work for us. When I start looking at logistics is when I start going, oh, I don't know. There's this and this and this, and it gets a little stressful. So I don't know. Like if I had made this video even earlier today, I think I would have been a little bit more enthusiastic about this thought process. But I guess it's a big deal that if you hear the little snore noises, that's Muffins. It is a big deal that I've come to this place where I do feel just softer about this area. Like energetically, I feel softer and I don't feel so adverse. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. I don't even know what we're doing. I mean, we're going to the place a couple hours away when we leave here in a couple days, and we're only there for 3 days. So again, I sort of have some things to think about and process. Not just me, but all of my husband and my son as well. We have some things to process together and figure out. Like if we are still gonna try to go to Colorado and feel it out and see how we feel about everything and like sort of give it some time to settle, maybe we'll still do that. And if we don't end up staying there, it'll still be a really cool vacation time in Colorado. And if we do end up staying there, then I guess that's the choice we made. Because it's not that we can't visit here from there, but it is 2 states away and it is a couple of days drive. And it's a little bit, I think we proved logistically that can be a little tough because of my own healing and my needs and stuff like that. And I guess originally it was all about, when we first got the RV, it was about trying to find a place where I could heal faster or better, because when we originally bought the RV, it was before I had the medical medium information and I understood what was going on and I knew how to heal. But then but we were about 4 months into medical medium when we started traveling. And now this time it's been another 34 months now, and I have a lot of healing under my belt, and I'm just even much stronger in my faith and in my understanding. And I know I can heal anywhere. I mean, this isn't ideal, but I have researched and looked all over the United States, and I'm going to tell you what, there's no ideal. There's no ideal. There definitely are places probably be a little bit easier and better to heal that are a little bit less polluted, but there's a lot of the same toxins and exposures everywhere. So I don't know what's more important. I don't know what's going to help me more. And maybe whatever decision we make doesn't end up being a permanent decision. Like, it's a little while. Like, maybe if we do come back here, maybe it's for a year or 2 or 3 or something. If we go to Colorado, maybe it's the same. I don't know. And then we end up back here, but I don't know. It's all up in the air. It's all up in the air. And I just wanted to make a video and talk about it a little bit and kind of tell you guys what's going on. And it is so tricky to find time and space to make a video when all your space is shared and everybody's all together all the time. And then when I do, this is the one time I've gotten here by myself, so I could do this. And it's not that I have to be by myself. It's just that I was like, oh, I could go make a video right now real quick. And, tomorrow we're going to be packing up the RV because we travel the next day. So that's a whole thing. And I don't know when's the next time I'm going to have to make a video, because everything's so up in the air right now. And yeah, while we're here, this is nothing. I try so hard to keep like a semblance of our routine, but because we're going out a lot and visiting family and doing all that, the routine's out the window a little bit. So it is tricky. Whew. I can't even talk about what I've been eating lately. I don't even know. Oh, I did want to tell you one more thing about when I went to see my Nana. So I took her the big grocery bag of healing foods and a couple things she'd asked for. In addition to that, lots of fruits. She was delighted with all of it. And I also made her the medical medium anti-solvents tea, because I did have the ingredients for that to help detox the medications and stuff that she's on. She's really not happy about taking them at all, but sometimes she feels it's necessary, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's okay. And so I took her the tea, and I also made, because she's been getting edema in her feet, she also has a heart condition, so just all of the treatments and medications and stuff have been really making her feet swell. And so I made my own anti-edema tea, and I took her that, and we shared some of that together. And I brought her a big jar of wildflower honey. I shared my honey that I got from the beekeeper here. And so together we all had a cup of tea, and she was really delighted. She's like, this is such good tea. That's so good. I love it. I love it. And I said, yeah, it's really good. It was really good. I was really pleased with myself, because I've started to know and understand the herbs. And so, of course, I was looking up stuff for her, and I made a list for her of foods to eat for edema and cancer and her heart, like all the different lists. And then I made a list of the herbs for edema, and I was like, wait, I have some of these. And so I was like, well, I'll just put these 3 together in a tea. It was elderflower and linden flower and leaf and nettle leaf. Delicious tea. So delicious. So hopefully that will help her edema. And I got her some kiwis and some other fruits and gave her some propolis and stuff like that. You know, I felt it out, and I kind of went there thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna give her sort of a basic, like, okay, here's what you can do. But I thought, this isn't quite the time. There's some things I felt okay for offering because it wasn't going to be overwhelming, but I thought maybe I shouldn't give her all these lists right now, like, and then talk about all this stuff, because it might be, it's, you know, she talked about how overwhelming it was when the doctor gave her information, and that just, she said it mostly goes over her head, and I thought, I guess this is part of why I want extra visits, because I thought, yeah, this is too much all at once, you know, like just a little at a time. So if I was going every week, each week I could give her sort of a little bit more and a little bit more. And anyway, that's a part of that. So a lot for me to think about, a lot for my family to think about. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about in the next video, because I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know what it's going to be going on. But yeah, we'll see. Meanwhile, I keep eating my healing foods. I keep drinking my smoothies. I keep having my lemon water every morning and my celery juice every morning, and that is going on. I will say, I'm not pleased with the celery we have been getting here where we are. It is disgusting. And you know what I do? Because I've told so many people when they say, oh, what if I don't like the taste of celery juice? And I go, drink it anyway, because it's not about the taste. It's about the healing that it offers. And I hear my own voice say that when I'm when I'm drinking this celery juice, because it is, I don't know what they did to this poor celery. It is not, I talked to all the angels about it. I'm like, angel of enrichment and then angel of disarmament. I'm like, please help this celery. It is so bad. But I'm like, you know what? Just remember, just drink it for the benefit. And I'm like, okay. And I'm drinking this celery juice every morning. 32 ounces. And I'm like halfway through it. And I'm like, because it's so bad that sometimes it does make me kind of want to throw up a little bit. It has like a sort of a, honestly, when we traveled in the RV for the first year, there were times when we would encounter celery that tasted like this, and I would throw it out. I would be like, no, let's go somewhere else and get other celery. And we could always find better celery, but here we've tried all the places and we can't find better celery, nowhere nearby anyway. And then one time we got it from the Trader Joe's that was closer to my mom's house, and the next time we went and they didn't have any, and we were like, oh, are you kidding me? So we're just making do. It's organic, but it doesn't taste organic. You know what I'm saying? It has like a weird sort of chemical taste to it. And it might be, honestly, it might be these plastic bags that they put it in. I don't know. It is unpleasant. But we're drinking. I'm drinking it every day. Oh. I'm just like, okay, power it down, power it down. Almost crying when I'm drinking it. It's so bad. I'll get through it though. I'd rather have it. I'm not you know what? I'm not complaining. I'd rather have that than not have any. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm drinking it. But there's like the whole time my brain's like, just dump it out. You don't have to finish this. I'm like, yes, I do. I need the benefit. I need it, especially when I'm traveling like this, and especially when I'm under all this stress. And yeah, I need the benefit. Anyway, drink your celery juice, my healers and health seekers. Don't worry about the taste. Just power it down. Power it down. You know what to do. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along with me on my healing journey. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. You can subscribe to my channel by dinging that subscribe button over there, and you can ding the bell next to it if you want to be notified when I post a new video. I love you so much, my healers and health seekers. Stay curious. Remember that you can heal. And also remember 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, and healing takes time. And when you have big stressful events, there will be setbacks, but your recovery time will improve, and that is a big deal. It's been everything. I will see you next time, whenever that is. Meanwhile, check out some of my other videos. Okay, bye bye.